This 26 Sports high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
And welcome back to Cadillac High School postgame show here, where the Vikings have played ungracious hosts to the Traverse City West Titans with a 55-44 victory. Jay Simon and Kevin Gregory here with you. And this one, different from the first time around, and maybe for the Titans, would have been a big difference if Ryan Hayes hadn't gone out with that ankle injury. Missed the entire second half, much of the first half. 6'6" sophomore was doing a pretty solid job on Quinn Crago, who finishes with 13 points, game-high 13 points, team-high 13 points for the Vikings. It's one of those things where it would have been nice to see that battle between those two big guys. Hayes, maybe one of the first people we've seen who can match up with Crago from a size standpoint, but wasn't to be tonight.
Right, yeah, he was able to body him up early in the game and force him away from the basket. Quinn would catch the ball on the block, and then Hayes, he'd take a dribble into Hayes' chest. Hayes ain't moving anywhere. Matter of fact, knocked Quinn back towards the free throw line. Now, Quinn was able to still get some good passes out of that, but we haven't seen too many kids this year force Quinn away from the basket, which is clearly the opposite of what Cadillac tries to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Hayes, as we mentioned, picked up an early foul. Crago picked up 2 early fouls, and it really changed the complexion of the game in that first half as we saw a little bit more of a run-and-gun type offense. The drive and kick, when you center it around a big man, you mentioned this, when you center it around a big man, your offense is looking for that inside-out type of thing. When you don't have the big man, it really changes what you want to do. And we saw some solid outside shooting in the first half. Vikings hit 3 3-pointers as they trailed 21-19, but they did hit 3 threes. Meanwhile, the Titans hit 2 threes of their own, and we were kind of expecting that sort of game, that maybe we'd see a lot more outside shooting. And then the second half, it was all the Cadillac defense as they shut down the Titans in that third quarter, took a 17-10 run to go up by 5, and then knocked down 12 of 16 free throws in the final quarter to really ice it.
Yeah, to me, that was, we mentioned on air, that was the key to the game for me tonight. Cadillac was able to they hit 4 or 5 3-pointers. When you combine that with what Quinn does in the middle, what they do defensively, collectively as a team, and then usually you get Barshevsky, but tonight it was Ethan Baker able to get to the rim, finish. He had 11 or 12 points, solid free throw shooting down the stretch. That's a complete game for Cadillac. That's going to be about as good as they want to play going into March. I'm
not even sure I said the final score, 55-44. Vikings get 3 players in double figures. We mentioned Crago with 13. Ethan Baker finishes with 11. Cam McTaggart knocks down 3 triples to finish with 11. Cooper Benson finishes with 8 points. Keegan Brooks puts up 5, including 3 of 4 from the line in that fourth quarter, where the Vikings hit 12 of 16. They hit 16 of 23 free throws for the game, all in the second half. Vinny Genema finishes with 3 points. Tyler Barczewski and Noah Zdradowski with a bucket apiece to round out the scoring for the Vikings. Meanwhile, the Titans fall to 9-10, 7-5 in the Big North. They were paced by KJ Sayer, the Madonna University signee. He finishes with a game-high 15 points. Chase Grierson finishes with 11, 8 in the second half. Showed us some solid athleticism, some forays to the rim in that second half as well, and helping the Titans out. Sam Fife hit 2 threes, including a 30-footer to end the third quarter. He finishes with 7. Nandi Lucosa, hadn't said his name in a while, and I almost messed it up again, finishes with 3. Alex Keene, the sophomore, Ryan Hayes, and Trevor Gowdy finishing with a bucket apiece to round out the scoring. Caleb Corwin also with a bucket to round out the scoring for the Titans, who hit just 4 of 5 free throws. So a bit of a free throw disparity in the game tonight.
Yeah, there was. And Coach Fry before the game mentioned that his team likes to run a gun and jack a few more threes. We didn't get a lot of that tonight, and I'm checking my stats here unofficially. I got Jake Fewins only shot 3 3-pointers today, and 2 of them were deep and contested. So him, as one of their main scorers in the last time they played, not being able to get in rhythm, get his kind of looks that he's used to getting, I think that played a factor into tonight's game.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of credit to the Viking defense for that. My one disappointment tonight, we didn't see Thor Safradini. I really wanted to be able to say his name on the air, so I'm going to say it now.
Yeah, they got that play called Thor's Hammer they tried to run, but they didn't quite get it done.
Didn't get it tonight. The junior greatest name in the Big North Conference. I don't care how much he plays. Greatest name in the Big North. Vikings move to 9-8, 6-6 in the Big North as they even it up for themselves with the win tonight. I want to thank Cadillac Casting Incorporated, High Point Cadillac GMC, Trend Designers, Dynamic Physical Therapy, and Pac Mail for their support of these broadcasts here on My News 26 Sports. Our next broadcast will be next Tuesday as the Cadillac Vikings play host to Fremont in a non-conference contest. Bill Dooley and myself will have that one, as Kevin taking the night off. I think he's got to wash his hair or something. And then we wrap up the season on Thursday. We'll have the 3-3 game with the Vikings and Mount Pleasant to wrap up the regular season for the boys. Girls district action starts next week. The boys follow the following week. March Magic is upon us, and we're excited about that here at My News 26 Sports. For our director, Hannah Crouch, for our camera crew, Wyatt Van Dynen, Rain Johnson Hill, and Leanne Carr, I'm Jay Simon, Kevin Gregory. Thanks a lot for watching, folks. We'll see you next time.